Have you messed up on your diet? Good. Failure is part of the process. Here's how to bounce back stronger. All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Weight Loss War podcast. I am your host, Trevor, and as usual, we're going to start off today with a quote. Today's is by C.S. Lewis, who said, "You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream." All right. So today we're talking about one of the hardest but most important parts of any health journey: setbacks. So look, none of us are perfect and we all slip up. We all miss a workout, or we eat off plan, or we feel like we failed. But here's the truth: setbacks are not defeat. In fact, they're the secret weapon of every success story. Today, we're going to talk about how to turn failures into feedback, learn from setbacks, and come back stronger every time. So let's start here. Most people see failure as the end, like a sign they just can't do it. But what if you adjusted your mindset and instead you saw it as feedback? Every time you slip up, you're learning something. You're learning where your weak spots are, which habits aren't sticking yet, and where you might need some more support. So when you see failure as feedback, you start to use it, not fear it. And let's be honest, this is one of the hardest things to change. Changing your mental outlook on weight loss or on any type of journey. It's hard. But that's the difference between people who succeed and people who don't. People who quit see setbacks as a sign to just give up. But people who win see setbacks as a sign to adjust and keep going. So this is something that I've tried, and the internet, as well as I've been doing my research for this episode, told us to try. Every time you go off track, you should ask yourself, what triggered this setback? How can I handle it better next time? And who can help me stay accountable? These three questions are how we can turn a mistake into momentum to move forward. So I want to tell a story about a guy, one of our clients at our clinic. We'll call him John. He lost 30 pounds and then he hit a plateau. He got discouraged, he stopped meal prepping, and then he gained 5 pounds back. But instead of quitting, John reached out to us for support. He analyzed what went wrong, and he realized he'd been skipping his strength workouts and eating too few calories during the week, which would trigger weekend binges. So, we adjusted his plan. We, increased his protein intake, and we did a smarter workout scheduling, and within the month, he was back on track. Today, he's down 40 pounds and stronger than ever. In this instance, John's setback became his setup for a comeback. So, here's what I want you to remember. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Your health journey isn't about never failing. And let's be honest, we're going to have those failures. But it's about learning from every failure and using it to come back even stronger. If we are planning to fail, that sounds bad, I don't mean it that way. If we recognize that failures do happen or setbacks are going to come up, and we have a plan in place to make sure that we bounce back even stronger, then our journey is going to be that much easier and that much more satisfying in the end. So if everything is just easy, then none of us would really, be in this position to begin with. We wouldn't be on whatever journey we're going on, whether that's weight loss, whether that's, building muscle, whether that's fixing relationships or going for a promotion or any of these things that could be your goals, but a journey that we're trying to go on, a goal we're trying to achieve. We are going to have setbacks. We're going to have, failures. We're going to fail. But as long as we have that plan in place and use that as motivation to reevaluate what we have done, recalibrate our decisions and our, process, and continue moving forward, these will be valuable tools to help us achieve our goals. So, anyway, that's it for today's episode. I do want to hear from you all. I want to know what kind of setbacks you have faced and how you've bounced back from them. Please send me a message on Instagram at Ultimate Medical Weight Loss or at Weight Loss War Podcast, or you can leave a comment on our latest post. So let's share those comeback stories and help others with their motivation, with their journey as well. And if this episode did give you hope, please do me a favor. Follow, rate, and share it with a friend who might need to hear that failure is part of the process. Until next time, I'm Trevor, so stay strong, stay resilient, and keep fighting your weight loss war.